Hello everyone, welcome to the homestead, and we're moving the birds out on pasture today. This is week 3 in a couple days, and it's about time for them to go on pasture. And these are pasture pens. They're approximately 2 foot high, 10 foot wide, 12 foot long. Got a hatch here, but you don't need hinges on it. Even you can put hinges on it, but you don't need them. So that's to move it. We got a gravity feeder over there. Sean?
Yep.
What's going on there? So we're moving into bigger
feeders.
Moving into bigger feeders. You need 2 of those. We put 80 birds per pen. You could fit up to 100 per pen, but it gets a little crowded. These are moved with the dolly over here. We got 5 of them, so we can do 5 times 80, anywhere from 400 to 500 birds. This will go under it like this. And then you go on the other side. I'll show you. I'm not going to move it, but you lift it like this. You make it, depending on your height, you make it so you're like that. You don't want to be hunched down like this. So depending on your height is for how much wire you got on there. And you just roll like that. Rolls pretty easy. You can you learn to make them lighter as you go. You don't want to use steel. This is all aluminum. If you use steel, you're gonna have to make them half the size. I made the first one we did out of metal, and then you shy away from moving it every day because we move these every day. So bought aluminum for aluminum roofing for it, and yeah, use 1x for all this, 1x on the bottom. Basically as light and as strong as you can. And so we move them every day, and then they're staggered. As you look back here, you can see how they're staggered. So you can see how we have them staggered so that we hit every square inch of grass. So our first one back there covers the ground just a little bit where the other one does. They're kind of a little too staggered right now, but as we move them, we'll only cross over each one a couple inches so we hit everything. So we'll go all the way down that way. Once we get to the pond, we'll turn the whole group back and hit everything coming back. And we've done this for several years on this grass, and this grass is crazy good. It grows, if you look at the grass here, when it's hay time, this grass will be this high at the same time that that grass, which I haven't pastured yet, which we rent, that grass will only be about 1 foot tall when this grass is 3 feet tall. Because of so when you're
the chicken manure.
Yeah, when you're pasturing the birds like this, the birds are getting a healthy environment. They're getting fresh air, new grass, new bedding. They get bugs. We still give them organic feed, but they get all that, and then they give you in return, they manure your field so that your cows got more nutritious grass and nutrient dense grass. So that's why we
She's working hard.
So this is why we advertise better than organic, because organic has no standards on pasturing, movement, and basically cleanliness. So we do feed them organic grain, but we claim it's better than organic because if you buy organic chicken from the store, you don't know if it's pasture, you don't know if it's getting grass, you don't know if it's getting grit, you don't know if it's getting clean bedding, you don't know if it's getting movement. So there's a lot of different models of pasture pens you can use. I use this one. I like this one a lot because the water rides with it. The water container rides with it. We pull these out, and I can service a pen. It'll probably take me 30 seconds to move it, and a couple more minutes to feed the water in.
So with them being 3 weeks old, we did start to wean them on to the broiler grower feed off of the chick starter. So what you do is you just start mixing that together, equal parts, and then you switch them right on after a few days, right to the...
Wean them on for a few weeks, or a few days, and then
Yeah,
just
a few
switch them
days.
right to...
the broiler grower.
It's not a huge deal, but that's just a little thing you can do to help the success.
Look at them going at the grass already.
Oh, and predator control. Let's talk about that, Tiff.
Okay.
Predator control is, a lot of people ask how is animals not getting your birds when they're out here, they can dig under them. Like, I think one thing that keeps the animals away is that the scent. We move them every day. So I think that us being around it all the time and us moving them confuses them. They can never dig and start figuring out where they're at. They're moving every day. We have lost some, but generally animals are reaching under the pen. So if you got a hole like that, we always keep 2x on top of it. If you got a hole, something simple as that keeps animals from reaching under and pulling the birds out or pulling their legs off. You got the birds.
She's bringing more birds.
So we have had some problems losing some birds. Last year I lost like 20, and we put foot traps around them. I've caught some possums before, but whatever was getting some last year, I don't know what it was. I think it was a coon. Yeah.
Hi. Okay. So they're going to keep bringing all the chickens out and getting those brooders emptied out for our next batch of chicks that come in a few days, and our ducklings, our jumbo Pekin ducklings. So,
You know how many's in there?
Jada knows. So,
We got enough.
yeah, so that's it for week 3. Moving out to the pasture with these chickens. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.